On Verner in southwest Detroit, the only place in the city to get a certified Naples-style pizza, like co-owner Alessandra Carrion grew up with in Italy.
My family in Naples, when I was growing up, actually had a pizzeria, had a trattoria, and I remember playing in the basement with the cheese wheels, right? So I have to acknowledge and honor that start. Pizzaplex is a literal representation of what happens in this space. And it really was intended to be a more playful way of bringing people together. If you think about cinemaplexes or, an omniplex where you can find all sorts of things, we wanted to be that kind of a place.
Alessandra and her husband, Drew, teamed up with co-owner Nathan Hannon to open Pizzaplex just over 2 years ago and worked hard for the distinction to make true Neapolitan pizza.
In order to become certified as a vera pizza napoletana, or in other words, true, authentic Neapolitan pizza, you have to pass like a certain rigorous kind of thing where you're like filming yourself do every step of the process, and then they send someone out to come also watch you do every step of the process. And that's literally from the ingredients you're buying, from how you're preparing dough, from how you're forming dough balls with your hands, to how you touch the dough ball after it's already risen, to the time that it also rises, the order of what toppings you're putting on, and then to how you cook it, the temperature that you're cooking it, the timing of it. So we're the first in Detroit, second in the state, and 98th in the country.
But what makes Pizzaplex even more unique is its deliberate investment in not only the neighborhood, but its employees. Manager Ashley Attar.
Pizzaplex is really unique in that it doesn't just operate as a normal restaurant. There is a very special community organizing component that is built into our values and our mission.
Pizzaplex is moving toward an employee-owned business model, where employees share in ownership, decision-making, and profit.
So we started this business before we even opened our doors with the intention of ensuring that as we sort of establish business viability and operational sustainability, that we would make sure we got to a place where everyone who works here felt ownership, not only in the processes and the democratic decision making, but also in any profit that we generate. So the reason for that is, the why behind worker ownership is because that's literally embedded in our business plan, in our business model.
If you are going to do anything, try and make the impact immediate. And the best way to do that would be to go worker owned. And that was feedback we got directly from community members in Southwest Detroit.
This may not be the solution for every neighborhood business, but it's something Alessandra and Nathan are committed to working, and it's making a difference for their staff.
If we can work to employ more people from this neighborhood, the community, and obviously from any point in the city, that this concept of wealth redistribution happens in such a way where it's not concentrated, and that if we can bring more people into this, if you can grow the pie, if you will, so that more people benefit from it, we just imagine, a more successful business and a more successful business ecosystem.
If other businesses wanted to implement the goal of going worker-owned, it would create actual equity here in Detroit. Having actual economic ownership of the establishment that you work at is an example of putting resources into someone's hands. It's power. It is literally power.
It just makes you push a little bit more knowing that this is yours, right? As far as like going worker owned, one of the beautiful aspects is like you're adopting kind of that mentality that, oh, this is mine to take care of, and I will see that directly come back to me.
We're not at all thinking about this as, it stops here with Pizzaplex and that's the end of the story. Really, our dream is if Pizzaplex can do it, what else can, our workers or our partners or people within the city do, with what we learn. So I hope that at the end of our journey, we're going to see more businesses that sort of put people first.